You know, if this Bubba email is true, Bill Clinton has a great opportunity right now to come out on record and be like, yep, it's true. I regret it. I wish it hadn't happened. It wasn't even that great. It was just okay. Because Trump's ego would not be able to handle that. He would immediately come out on record and be like, nope, that's not true. I give the best. Nobody does it better than me.
The funniest part about this now is that the only way it's not going to go down in history as Clinton getting dome from Trump is if he's able to produce a picture of him blowing a different Bubba.
When Trump was running against Hillary in 2016, was that some main bitch versus side bitch shit? Was that the wife going toe-to-toe with the ex-mistress? Every time Trump seen her, was it giving my man is your man is my man? Because based on them Epstein emails, that's what that was. That's what it was giving. Bubba. Trump is real familiar with Bubba. And why the hell does Putin have evidence of his illicit affair with Bubba? How the hell did he get that? There's a lot of shit going on. Who is running our country? Who is our president? Who are our leaders? So many questions that we need answers to. Will we ever get them? Who knows? Yeah, this country seems to be like setting itself on fire.
Americans are hilariously reacting to this story about Trump and Bill Clinton. Though I'm not sure about the story, but it's very crazy, insane. So let's get into the rest of the video. I'll be right back with more commentary.
So let me see if I got this straight. Jeffrey Epstein sent an email to his brother and asked his brother, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Bubba being Bill Clinton's nickname. It's hilarious that Bill Clinton was impeached for receiving a blowjob in the Oval Office and lying about it. And now the sitting president, there's an email indicating that he provided a similar service to the same man. 20,000 documents came out as part of the Epstein estate. This isn't even the Epstein files that we've been trying to get released. This is just from the estate stuff. And Donald Trump's name appears more than anyone else's. It appears in 1,628 documents out of the 20,000. Jeffrey Epstein talking about having Thanksgiving with Donald Trump, talking about Brett Kavanaugh with Steve Bannon and making sure that this dude was still very much involved with Trump and with the government as Trump had become president. And in just one of those many emails, Jeffrey Epstein, referring to Donald Trump, said, "You may recall, I have met some very bad people, none as bad as Trump. Not a decent cell in his body. So yes, very dangerous." Even a monster like Epstein thought that Donald Trump was dangerous. And at this point, I feel like we could have photos of him assaulting children, and there's a contingent that would not care. Let me be clear, anyone in that list, anyone who was involved and harmed children, guillotines. Guillotines for all of them.
So Trump blew Bubba. Holy shit. Okay, imagine you're Bill Clinton. Not while that was happening, obviously. I would never ask you to imagine that. That's not humane. But imagine you're Bill Clinton. In 2015, you are watching your wife, Hillary Clinton, run for presidency against your side piece? Two people who used to blow you are running for the presidency. That brings a whole new meaning to the head of the state. That's crazy. Bill Clinton got impeached for getting dome. Donald Trump might get impeached for giving it. To Bill Clinton, that's crazy. One wiener has never destroyed two presidencies. I'm going to stop, but before I do, here's my impression of Donald Trump seeing Bill Clinton's wiener for the first time. Wow, what a cock. I've never seen such a beautiful schlong. I can't even call you Bill Clinton anymore. You know what I'm going to call you? I'm going to call you Big Beautiful Bill. I'm going to call you Big Beautiful
Bill, Bubba. Bubblicious. At this point, we need to see it. We need to see the third leg because, bruh, you mean to tell me Wigs Are Us got down? He was doing that Gawk 3000 on your... Bubba! I knew Hillary wasn't just mad about Monica. It couldn't have been just Monica. No wonder Wigs Are Us like strong men like Putin. Putin's a great guy. He's amazing. He'll want these files to come out, y'all. He gonna pass that bitch in the House and the Senate. It's gonna go to him, and he gonna veto that bitch. And you know how many goddamn votes it's gonna take to override that veto? 6-7. Doo-doo. 6-7 doo-doo. No wonder he's gotta wear diapers now. He's had too much going through there. It is fluid. I promise you these emails are the gift that keeps giving. Like I said in my previous video, Jeffrey, you are giving us W's from the grave. I know he's sitting down there with the devil talking about, yep, I told y'all. Kamala, Barack, and Biden are both having a good-ass cackle right now. I know they're in a corner somewhere laughing their fucking asses off. This boy ain't never gonna have a good presidency. Not the sloppy toffee.
Trump might have had a secret relationship with Bill Clinton? You heard that right. So there was a bunch of emails that just got leaked between Epstein and some people, and this one was from his brother, and the email says, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Now, everybody's kind of wondering, what is that? Is this some kind of code word? Is this a person? Who is Bubba? And in a flash of light, the internet is quick to find out that Bubba might just be Bill Clinton. Now, I don't know exactly how they led to decide that this was Bubba, but I will say that this photo, which has been proven to be not altered, this is an actual photo, is of Trump and Bill Clinton. And I beg your hardest pardon, what is he doing? I mean, hand placement is crazy, the face is crazy. There's other people around, so this could be like, could be like a joke type thing, But I mean, joke or not, that's a little bit crazy way to pose for a picture. I don't know. And then with these emails coming out too, people are saying that it's not looking good. There's also a bunch of other stuff that's been coming out in these emails as well, and it's just getting crazier and crazier by the minute. I've been covering as much as I can, so if you guys want to follow for more updates, my name's AT. I cover news on the internet. Follow for more. If there's anything you want me to cover, tag me in the voice, check out my mentions. Besides that, I'll see you guys in the next video. But this is honestly getting crazy. What do you think of this?
This is a real photograph of Trump and Bill Clinton, and it kind of makes the recent Epstein email disclosures make a little more sense. So this is one of the emails released by the House Oversight Committee recently, detailing an email chain between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother Mark. As you can see at the bottom, Mark and his brother Jeffrey are talking about Donald Trump at the beginning of this email chain. At one point, Epstein states that he's with Bannon. I'm assuming that's Steve Bannon. And then Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, emails him and says, ask him if Putin still has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. If you don't know, Bubba is a very common nickname for former US President Bill Clinton, who Trump claims publicly that he hates, but who he has had a very close personal friendship with in the past. And I don't know about you, but I don't typically just grab my friends on the crotch. This is definitely a strange photo. If you even check out the top of that email chain, there's another weird message. And Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, emails him saying, you and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. Now, could this possibly be true? Could there potentially be photos of Donald Trump blowing Bubba, aka Bill Clinton? Obviously, I do not have the answers, but this is an official piece of information released by the US government, and this rabbit hole goes extremely deep. I talk about this stuff all the time on my channel, The Conspiracy Files, which you can listen to as a podcast. I've done hour-and-a-half-long deep dives on Trump and Epstein and Clinton and Epstein recently, so if you want to learn more about this deep, dark rabbit hole, please, I encourage you to go check those out.
I swear to fucking God, if it comes out that Trump actually blew Bill Clinton, I might not have to take my Lexapro anymore. I swear to God. That might cure my depression.
Well, the orange buffoon is absolutely panicking over this Epstein stuff. Now that the government has reopened and Congresswoman Grijalva has been sworn in and signed the discharge petition, which will now force a vote on releasing the Epstein files, Trump is panicking and he is begging Republicans to bail him out. Here's what he just posted on Truth Social. He said, "The Democrats are doing everything in their withering power to push the Epstein hoax again, despite the DOJ releasing 50,000 pages of documents in order to deflect from all their bad policies and losses, especially the shutdown embarrassment, where their party is in total disarray and has no idea what to do. Some weak Republicans have fallen into their clutches because they are soft and foolish. Epstein was a Democrat, and he is the Democrats' problem, not the Republicans' problem. Ask Bill Clinton, Reid Hoffman, and Larry Summers about Epstein. They all know about him. Don't waste your time with Trump. I have a country to run."
So what the hell is going on between Trump and Bill Clinton, and why is it suddenly all over your feed? Let me attempt to explain, because it is quite a doozy, and at the end I'll give you my take on what this really all means. It all stems from this email thread as part of the trove of new Epstein emails that were released recently. It's a conversation between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother Mark Epstein. And it starts like this. Mark Epstein asks his brother, "How are you doing? What is your boy Donald up to now?" referring to Donald Trump. Epstein replies, "All good. Bannon," referring to Steve Bannon, Trump's longtime advisor, "with me." And this is where things get bizarre. Mark asks his brother, "Ask him, Bannon, if Putin has any photos of Donald Trump blowing Bubba." Bubba was Bill Clinton's Secret Service name. Mark then says, "You and your boy Donnie," again referring to Trump as your boy to Epstein, "can make a remake of the movie Get Hard," which is a movie with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart where they are in prison together. And Jeffrey Epstein responds to his brother by saying, "You mean Donnie T," which I guess was Jeffrey Epstein's nickname for Trump. And then, of course, to wrap it up, Mark Epstein says, "I'd rather be in Donnie D's shoes." To recap that email thread, Mark Epstein asks his brother how his boy Donald Trump is doing, and then asks if Putin has any photos of Donald Trump blowing Bill Clinton. Epstein responds with a nickname of Donald Trump, Donnie T, and they start making jokes about Jeffrey Epstein and Trump being in prison together. Look, the veracity of Mark Epstein's implication that Putin had, these images of Trump doing certain acts to Bill Clinton, I'm not so sure. But here is certainly what is more telling and more relevant. Donald Trump was referred to as Epstein's boy. He had a nickname for him. Donald Trump and Epstein had a very close relationship. And as if you recall and remember, Donald Trump for months and years has said he had no relationship with Epstein. He said he wasn't in the Epstein files, and here he is in these emails being referred to as Epstein's boy. Yeah, not good at all. In fact, very terrible. Look, if Donnie T doesn't have anything to hide, he should be in favor of releasing the Epstein files and not taking Lauren Boebert into the Situation Room to try to convince her to not sign onto the petition. So look, those files, because of the work of Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna and House Democrats, will hopefully be released soon. And look, we'll just have to see if there's anything more about Trump and Bill Clinton. But look, no matter what, Epstein, Trump, intertwined, involved, very, very, very bad stuff.
So this story of Donald Trump and Bill Clinton is trending. Even though I'm not 100% sure about the story, Americans are hilariously reacting on it. And Trump and his administration are denying the story, and they are blaming on Democrats. Or Democrats are doing this to make it look bad. Yeah, so let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Stay safe. See you in the next episode.